Nobody sees, nobody knows. We are the secret. That's how we uncover, cover, cover. That's how we uncover, cover, cover. Nobody sees.
Welcome to the Uncover Show. My name is Nino Domple. Today on the show, I'm hosting one amazing gentleman who's been doing everything a musician should do. He's all over the media, topping charts here and there, doing well in Nigeria, and what have you. My guest today is JAH. He was nominated for 3 music awards, just ended 3 music awards, and currently ongoing Vodafone Ghana Music Awards. He has a song that is doing, I must say, 4 days ago, a friend of mine, Pierre Kremi, shared a song with me, and trust me, after hearing the very part that says, Charlie, if I'm here, I fell in love with the song. My guest is JAH. JAH, welcome to the show.
Thank you, bro.
How have you been?
Great. It's been a journey. I've been alright.
I see. How is Lonely doing though?
Big. I think it's a revelation song. Like anybody that hears it, like you said, it's like wow.
What do you mean by if I'm here,
I'll tell you about it. What happened was when I entered the booth to record, he didn't know I was about to record. He thought we were testing. Okay. So I wanted to make sure the mic is on. Cause usually when I believe in your first is always usually the right and the best option. And so when I'm recording, my first vibe that I put there, that is going to guide me to continue the whole thing, the whole tone and everything. So I put the headsets on, and I want to be sure before the beat starts. So I'm like, my headset's not from my wife.
I like that part, you know. It kicks me.
And right from there, the recording started.
So it does it mean it's going to be your signature tone, or it's for Only Lonely?
Well, so far it's been in Only Lonely.
I think you should. I'm just suggesting.
You love it?
I love it.
Why not?
I
have another that people know a lot, but they don't know it's me.
Wicked. I've heard it before.
Yes.
Is it in Kinate's, any of Kinate's songs?
It's in Mombelede. You're sharp. I helped him write it. So.
I've heard it before. Anyway, how is music treating you?
I'll say fairly. We needed the time, we needed the ears to hear us. I mean, you know, the audiences are wide. It takes time to reach them, and I appreciate the numbers that are coming to my works, and they love it. I mean, everybody is describing it with words like magic, like, I mean.
It's Lonely on the digital platforms.
Yes, Lonely is all over the digital
but
platforms.
How is it doing on the digital platforms?
I think it's doing great. Not induced.
Okay.
Naturally, organically, it's doing so perfectly well.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Do we have a video for it?
Yes, Lonely has a video.
How is it doing?
With over 30,000 views.
I think it's okay.
Organically. I mean, not boosted, not induced. It's fair.
Congrats, you're doing well.
Thank you.
And people love your music.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sandy's blog. She likes your music.
Look up yourself, Sandy.
All the bloggers love you.
I'll tell you one thing. I was asked a question somewhere. I'm like, look, I think my situation is different from other artists. I feel like I'm a darling boy of the industry.
Oh.
I feel like, cause you get big musicians sharing my stuff and describing me with
so many adjectives.
I tell you, like, it's surprising. For instance, if I make any post, you get people. You get Prince Bright coming to comment like King. You get Calibos coming to comment like King. You get other people that appreciate your work so much that the words that they use to describe you,
it gives you the moral to do more.
Exactly. Anytime somebody tells me you are good, he puts a work on me. I really wanna do more. I really always want to do more.
I'm curious to know though, for how long have you been doing music?
I'll say for a long while, because I started when I was very little. I was taken to the boarding house, St. John's Preparatory, when I was like 5 years old. And basically, I always say I was a secluded person in a way. I was always on my own. And so what kept me going was the songs I had heard, I mean, when I am on vacation, like when I come home. And those days, you know, there were no many radios. And so the few radios, when you tune in Sunshine and all them, Joy FM and stuff, when you tune in, you hear English songs and you hear some good stuff. And so when I go back to school, it's like the melodies of the song I had heard kept ringing in my head. Sometimes as little as I was, I couldn't know the lyrics actually. And so I dealt with the melodies in my head. Fast forward, around that time there used to be this book called Music and Words. And Music and Words kind of like gave you the lyrics of all the big songs in the world. And so you could actually read along and get to understand while the music is playing. You get it? And so I happened to have chanced upon some of them. And because we were in the boarding school, you get the day students buying it and bringing it to school. But because they were not too interested in music as they thought they were, they ended up abandoning the book, Music and Words, and they ended up being with me.
Being your lovely, or your wife.
Exactly.
Because you love music.
I could keep one till it gets, worn out.
Wow.
Yes. And so from there, it was like, the songs that you ended up changing the lyrics and trying to infuse your tree vibe into it and see if you can still maintain the same lyric. And I was little. I was like 7 years. That was like primary 3. By primary 6, I was superb. Like writing on our own, we could convert a whole song that is known into our own thing. And we got the knowledge. I got the knowledge of beating around the melodies and the vibes. So sometimes I can turn it around, you cannot even identify the song. Exactly. And so as young as I was, I could play around it like that. I happened to be in the school choir. A little boy, but I was amongst the senior choir, and I was doing well. I was a tenor singer, and till JHS 3, I was doing superb. I happened to be in a group around in JHS 2 with Okra David.
Okay.
Okra Tom David. He got to break out early, I think, after secondary school. But after GHS, we continued. I was more keen on writing.
Writing more.
Yes, and building my vocals, because what I had heard and learned from was the top notch. And so I always didn't take things on the light. I wanted it to be perfect. So I continued till the university, and then.
Which year did you start music?
Professionally, I came professionally around 2009. That's when I started recording in the studio. And courtesy a friend of mine, shout out to them, Ray and Kashtu. Ray happened to be a school colleague from the secondary, Swedu Secondary. Shout out to everybody that attended Swedu. And
Swedu Secondary.
Yes, Swedu.
Patapa was there too.
Wow, and I think maybe he came later after.
Yeah, he's your small boy.
Are you sure?
Oh. Okay.
We have to find. But anyway, he's a Swedu-based artist, so shouts to him, shouts to Papa, shouts to all the Abuna, people.
Who are some non-musicians you've worked with so far?
Wow, great. I got the opportunity to work with, established artists in Ghana, great artists in Ghana, as young as I had entered the industry professionally. Really and truly, by meeting Ray and Kashtu as early, I got the opportunity to work with Furian Ponsa. It was actually Kofi B that introduced me to Furi. Kofi had featured me on 2 songs, and he recommended me to Furi when Furi was looking for another dancehall act on his work. And we got to work. I did works with Kofi Nti. Were boosters for me. For Furian Ponsa to tell you, Charlie, you go places like you're crazy, you're dope. For Kofi B to tell you that, and these were established artists who knew the industry, they were like, yeah, you are heading for greatness. Cashew, I did a work with him, with One Fame, I think, and he was like, yo, I want to see this person. He met me and he was like, you're gonna go places, you are huge, like you're crazy. And so fast forward, I think I joined High Grade around 2013, 2014. And I got the opportunity to work with Samini.
Okay.
And so Samini happened to be on 2 of my songs. And I helped Kofi Kinata write, play more melody. So these are the artists of head, established artists that have contributed or worked.
I'm going to ask you about one music I've heard of yours, which is so controversial. What is it about the industry you don't like? Because you seem to have bitterness in you when listening to that very tune.
I like that. Well, that word, that adjective. You seem to.
Yeah.
I feel it is the reality. I think it is the realness that is going on. People are shy to talk about it. I am not. I mean, people pretend a lot in our settings, in our system. It's not just in the music industry though. It's kind of like it's become a Ghanaian thing, and I feel like we can work towards getting out of that. I mean, ooh. What is it about pretenders that makes you want to know more? What did you hear?
Are you cool with Stonebowy?
Very.
Are you cool with Shatta?
Very.
Are you sure?
Let me tell you one thing that people don't really know. I think this is amongst the industry people. It is Bulldog that actually started putting me on radio. Until date, he describes me as his artist. So key industry people meet me every time and they are like, this is Bulldog's guy. You know, with this guy, then sometime ago Bulldog be promoting work, you know. So you should know I have cool affiliations with SM. And with Stonebowy, we go way back. Way back. I mean, nothing beefy amongst us. It's just that all of them, they know I'm that. I mean, I say my mind as it is. And so, them hearing such songs, they even came to retweet it. And I mean, they expressed love and joy. I met Samini, and I mean, he was so happy, like, yo, you're up. No bad blood. I just said what I had to say.
It's for sure that when it comes to Dawn and then when it comes to Downfall, you're hating at Stonebowy, Shatta. Why are you hating at your own homies?
Am I hating at them? Actually, if you listen to
or you're
the
calling
song,
them out?
am I calling them out? No. Basically, I only describe a situation and you are providing the names. It's not me.
And of course, you can't tell me my names are wrong. My answers are never wrong.
Like
because
I can't.
It's obvious.
Well, I'd say I only sang my thing is coincidental, maybe. But hey, I was addressing I was addressing issues. You realize I started it with hypocrites and parasites full up right now in our life. And then I will tell them we never watch nobody, we never see nobody face. Them I see we hate and them I pretending. Too many gimmicks in the industry. You know, sometimes when a natural, artist begins trending, because they have the numbers and stuff, sometimes they even just drop something and then your trending ends. But all the same, I only said what was happening, and then people key in the names. Says I was subang na yinja wa hwan. You understand that proverb?
I know you're wine there.
I'm saying it for us as in general, like Ujaya tata ibija hwan.
Okay, so you just need to show your face.
Yeah, by their deeds
You shall know them.
exactly. So I describe the deeds and then
You shall know the people.
their fans are punching the names there like we the other many pay, we the other way. Remember come as you are punching in the names.
It's love in the Ghana music industry.
Love, yes. I told you earlier, like I describe myself as the darling boy of the industry, maybe.
Well, no, I'm not cutting you. I'm not saying love because maybe people love you. I'm talking about love in general.
I think it should grow. People have love for certain artists, but it's not in that bulk. I think it should grow. We should be able to appreciate each other.
Some people also
that
say
much.
we support artists, and when they become big, they sideline us, so they are ungrateful to
So
us.
it simply means the support they were giving was on condition.
But why would someone support you, but when it gets there, you wouldn't show appreciation?
Yes, the reason why they are disappointed is because they expected something back. They didn't expect.
It should be natural though that
yes.
they support you. But it should be natural that you also show love to the people when it gets there. Wouldn't you agree?
I do agree, but look, this is the natural principle. Jesus Christ healed how many blind men? How many of them came back to say thank you? I'd always say if you concentrate the energy at one particular place, it makes sense, it flourishes, it brings back results. And even when you are leaving there, you have a job taken somewhere. For instance, there are other people who had left great artists, management, Omomuate, and then he goes for a new artist, and because of the experience he had with the other management, he is able to bring that new artist up. And that's his benefit. He has a work for himself because of what he contributed to the other. You understand it? It is always what you are contributing. Let it be yours. Let it be something you own, that you can use it to channel money for yourself anytime, anyhow, anywhere. It shouldn't be like always this person is supposed to be the one bringing in the money for me to.
How much has music in Ghana paid you so far?
Not enough. I've invested more than I've received, but I appreciate the response coming. It simply tells me the future is great. I believe I'm going to be one of the highest paid.
Can we mention figures?
Not enough, like I've been supporting myself all this while. I've been putting in the energy. I mean, promotion, you're not even breaking even when you're doing promotions, right? You're investing, but it's for the future. So I'm on the promotion stage.
How much have you invested into yourself? So
A lot.
in figures?
A lot. I can't quantify it.
Woo!
Look, if I should tell you, lonely alone, I've done more than 50,000.
You must be kidding me.
I'm telling you the truth. See, shooting the video, I flew the videographer from France
To Ghana.
to Ghana. He shot part here and shot part in France.
Because our videographers are not good enough? Or
No, not because of that. It's art, and so who you relate with, who you feel comfortable with, who you think understands you, buys your idea, can see, visualize from your point of view. That's who you work with. I've been working with lots of people in Ghana. I mean, Director T, Kofi Tano. Kofi shot Pretenders. And sometimes you get that benefit. Kofi shot Pretenders for me for free.
Oh.
Pick up yourself, Kofi. He's an
But
Ivorian.
Kofi shot, but he lives in Ghana.
Yeah,
Kofi shot it for you for free.
yeah.
It got to a time where Kofi could have enjoyed from you. You sent the money to someone in France to come
Hear
down
this.
to Ghana.
Hear this. Kofi worked with me not because he was expecting his results there and then. You understand it? He gave me a call without knowing me. He got my number somewhere and said, "Yo, JAH, look, I want to do something for you. I want to contribute to what you're doing. I think you'll be a great artist." And so he is keen on using his work to rake in money. Not really bothered about me. I've done stuff for him, but it's not payment. Are you getting it? It's always what you are bringing on board. The results are not there, but the energy that you use to shoot the ball at the wall, it's that same energy that comes back with the ball. You get it? If you throw it door, it wouldn't come back. Because whilst you are doing it, I don't know where God has a way of cutting that leg. So you end up making noise. But genuinely, you didn't contribute here. Or if you had contributed, you have gotten some experience that will make you more money than you can bother.
Would you say Ghana music has grown over the years as compared to, say, 10 years ago?
Sure. We've really
In
progressed.
what sense?
Sound-wise, writing, expressing. We've really progressed.
What are your thoughts on the new school? The young people who are now in the scene.
Diverse, dope, skillful.
Any favorites among them?
I'm enjoying them.
But I enjoy one
Shatta
particular
boys.
person. Okay.
I'm enjoying everybody. I'm enjoying us. Camido, the singers, the rappers. These days, everybody's expressing himself in a different way. Like, people are getting to understand the art in a way. Until I bring what's in my head out, you don't even know what I'm trying to do, right?
Yeah.
So that is art. How
So
crazy
really
I
come
am.
a long way.
Yes, we've come a long way. We have crazy artists. We have dope artists. Actually, it's like our thing is not well fixed. Our industry is not well fixed.
But whom are we supposed to blame for the fixing of the industry?
Should we blame anybody? We should just grow in time. We should just
So we should
grow
allow
in time.
ourselves to grow.
Yes,
let's
we
not
can
let's not
induce
be
it.
hard on ourselves.
Exactly, but we can induce it, like make a conscious motive.
Which could mean that which kind of conscious mood can we be doing?
Like we can set some agendas. We can
Like-
do certain things.
like-
Protect certain artists.
protect them.
Yes.
In what sense?
In a way. There are some artists genuinely, if you're giving them prime time on your platforms,
Okay.
you are influencing positively. You are inducing the little ones coming to think
Which
towards
two of these
some way.
artists could be?
Which to me, for instance,
And then
and I mean, there are some other prolific
And the
writers,
rest of the
good
artists.
writers. Yes.
you and the rest.
Yes, I think. Yes, I think. We are all coming from a different point of view, but I mean, I think my influence from my educational background, I majored African Studies in University of Cape Coast, and so I see arts as a major component of society. You know, arts is a major part of a human way of life, and that's our culture. And so I come from a different angle, not just and all them things there, but I'm thinking of using words and lyrics to influence society. How do I reflect this in my song? How do I do this? And by the blessings of God, I'm able to do it in such a way that you are thrilled, like anytime you hear it. I have a song called Cleanliness, and all the reggae guys are like, yo, Charlie, you know, say for stand for the reggae industry, because you go fee. Somebody mentioned Grammy, and he mentioned my name. 3 Music Awards CEO, say 80%.
Wow. What's your affiliation with the Ghana Police Service?
Police officer, yes, I know you want to know.
You heard it, yeah, he's a police officer.
The Special Weapons and Tactics. Shouts to my commander, Commander Tio. I love you. And all my Ghana police people supporting me. Pick up yourself.
Do you have a weapon?
I don't like owning weapons. I don't own a weapon on my own because I have access to weapon on a daily basis. I use weapon every day.
So you don't have a weapon yourself? You have a
No.
weapon, your personal weapon?
No.
But you move along with weapons?
Every day. Every day.
So you brought a weapon here?
Should I tell you?
Oh yeah, I should know.
I'm always with an AK-47.
Wow, so that's in your car right now?
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm scared.
I have means, I mean, with a snap, I have people around. And I mean, it's all over the country. I have people around. Just a nap on my phone. And
What is an Obijan?
you know, so we have limited cars.
The Ghana Police Service?
Of course.
Okay.
Everybody knows. This is no news. Everybody knows. The cars are limited, okay? The personnel are limited, okay? And so, basically, if a car has to move from national headquarters at Osu and attend to a situation,
In my hometown, Castle Millennium City.
definitely they have to have their space and then come, right? And don't forget, I told you our ultimate aim is to protect life and properties. So if the person is holding you at gunpoint and the siren will scare that person to run away and leave you alone, that is the best thing to do before you get dead and then we come arrest the person and start prosecution. Would you prefer that?
Oh no.
Yes. And so if the siren should, I mean,
Scare the person.
agitate the person to, I mean, move away from you and then prevent that robbery from occurring, it has done its course.
So
I'm not new.
when you were going to the service, were you having this hair or after graduation?
After graduation, like it's quite even recently.
So why were you given an exception?
Because of the music attached to it. We have sections. Don't forget that. We have sections amongst us. And you see, this job is kind of like stressful. Okay, so we have entertainment amongst us. You know, the Ghana Police Band is one of the best bands in Ghana.
Yeah.
Exactly. Our entertainment is very prolific. You know of a gospel artist that's a senior officer, right? And so it's no news at all for
Is he
another
SP
artist.
or DSP?
No, he's
Officer.
passed them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's superintendent now.
Hmm.
That's why he's SP now.
Okay.
So he has decided to take the title from it and then leave his name as such,
Okay.
like Kofi Sapon. You get it. But hey, we're doing it for God and country, and so yeah, we keep it
We are
moving.
doing music for the soul, God and country.
Exactly.
I love Lonely.
Wow.
How did we get Lonely to where it is now? It's all over the radio. It's all over the radio. How?
You see, it didn't start in a day. I'd say most of the people playing my works on radio now, shouts to everybody playing me on radio. Most of them are people I go way back with. They were younger DJs. They met me. They are like, you're fascinating. They got interested in my works. Some of them had seen me record in studio. They are like, you're magical and stuff. And so whilst they prayed for me, I prayed for them. And the generation has grown. And now they are at certain places, and the moment they close their eyes, the person they remember first is that person I saw recording in that studio that got me fascinated, kind of, and jolly.
Wow.
And so the works keep coming, and they keep picking it, and they keep playing. So I say thank you to anybody play me on the radio.
Are you playing Payo?
No, no, no.
You've not played Payo?
No. What happens is sometimes just like they appreciate my work.
You also appreciate it.
I appreciate them, and it's nothing. Not like I don't bring, I don't give nothing. I virtually I am not charged unless it's a promo package that I'm paying, and they're paying for the promo package. Nobody takes money from on radio. No, they play me. They're like, you're solid, you're good. I want to have you on an interview, whatever, whatever. And people are calling you and telling you, yo, what, pay some money? I'm like, I don't even know the person playing it. Sometimes I don't know the DJ playing it. And so whilst people are telling me I have to find a DJ, and then I just say, yo, I appreciate you so much. And usually they tell you, don't say a word, you are good. You deserve the slot. And so maybe when you buy a Malibu or a Bacardi, or I mean a good drink or a good perfume, a good t-shirt, a good shirt, and say, yo, thank you, or okay, take this, buy yourself something. Well, that's an appreciation. I mean, but if the person is asking, say, Charlie, you man no there, for say Ibrana and son ya start here, you man there, I think that is what you describe as payola. He knows the work is not good, but because of influence from that side of the work, I was so born not by force, and it's really a problem. But for me, no.
Okay. Who are your best 5 musicians in Ghana now?
Jalid.
No, that it can't be so.
Jalid.
With the exception of Jalid.
With the exception of Jalid, I listen more to foreign artists. But hey, Kofi is a good artist.
Okay.
Kenata, anytime I play him, he was at my wedding. Shout out Kofi. He was at my wedding, he was at my engagement. Everybody was kind of like happy. You know, he's one rated artist in Ghana. I appreciate Stonebowy, I appreciate all the dancehall artists. I can mention names, Episode, Jupiter, these are my guys, we go way back. I mean, K Diesel. There's this guy that fascinates me a lot, Lengwakat. He happens to be an artist, but his support for me alone is crazy. And I appreciate him a lot. Good artist.
But it's Lonely a reggae dancehall song?
Alright, that's a good question. When you're talking about journeys, don't watch the artist. It is the instrumentation that should tell you the journey, irrespective of the style the artist is putting on it. You understand it? Just like people hear the name and they kind of like box you, like by force you should be a reggae dancehall artist because you have the name Jali. But there is Jaru, who is a hip hop artist. And so I think we should broaden our horizon, our perspectives. We should read wide on entertainment news and stuff, so we can equip ourselves with the necessary facts and vocabs to use. What was my question?
The question was, is Lonely a reggae,
dance
song?
Lonely is a fusion. It's a fusion song. I mean, these days you don't get organic, raw, journeys. The songs coming these days are fusions. They're fusions. You get a little bit R&B taste in it, and then he's giving you the hip hop background, and you are fascinated. Like, I used to know maybe R&Bs are too soft, but your blend is crazy. That's what everybody is doing now. You understand? Everybody is developing what used to be there into a new thing, and so almost every engineer is producing fused. He can play you a little bit of reggae in the thing or break it. I mean, people were surprised when Sarkodie did Samini on a reggae hip hop beat. Yes. How would you term that song? Would you say it's a reggae song?
Yeah.
It's still a hip hop song. Yes. Despite the fact that he featured the dancehall artist, it has reggae bass, but there's still that dominant hip hop factor in there. And so you look at the dominant factor there. From the instrumentation that you can tell, this is a fusion of reggae with a bit elements of R&B or hip hop or that. Lonely is wonderful because it has elements of hip hop, the kick and the time and the tempo. has this R&B feeling with a chorus in it, and the way I wrote it, I approached it from the reggae side and the dancehall side, and then it was a fine blend.
Charlie, for me, headset in mommy, right? How did that come by? Because I love it. I heard it first in the song after Ikea sent it to me, and I'm like, yo, I love this guy.
Sure.
I literally posted on my WhatsApp status. I like the song. I like to meet the guy. And a friend in Central Region, a DJ, was like, yo, the guy is good. And the comments like, yo, I heard him on Do Music. My Krista was like, me munisa obe performing or Do Music. Or sitting in audio market. How did that word from headset in the mommy how did it come by?
Okay, so basically I was trying to tell Jam Master J, the producer of the song, like, increase the volume of my headset for me. Pajama headset in Okakrama.
Okay.
I had entered the studio, we had a vibe, I'm like, okay. He's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. Yeah, uncle. So when I entered the booth, I wanted to be sure the mics were on, the headset was okay before the beat starts. So he had clicked his record, but I didn't know because I was in the booth. I'm like, pajama headset in Okakrama boy.
And he's
yes. Well, you brought my mind to it though. I really didn't bother about it as a signature tone, but it could be. I mean, anything could happen.
Let it be.
Should I? But people know one signature from me that they know, but they don't really know it's me.
Yeah, so let's identify it. I've heard it before in Kinate's song. Let's identify it from Headset Mommy because that has your song, your voice itself in it. Like it shows it's jolly.
Sure. I'll tell you another thing. People identify me with my tone already. Like anytime you hear my song, you are like, even if you don't know my name, you're like, it seems I know this voice somehow.
It's true.
Yes, that was the agenda. Basically, I knew I didn't have enough time to be everywhere like other artists and stuff. So growing up, my mind was, let your voice talk. So they look for you. But I'll be schooling, yes, but I'm able to record and it will keep the pace going. I quite remember after high grade, I released one song, which I decided to take a little break and then rejuvenate the whole thing again. And I took 2 years off and people didn't even see it. I had released Losing It. My yendi, yeah baby. And it's so beautiful. I did a fusion on that one too. It's a bit of high life and then a bit of dancehall. I mean, represent us well at that level. We should be considering people like Jalid. You hear the recording and then I come, I'm singing it and it's same. It's like that. I've put effort in what I'm doing. And so the listener even sees and feels your effort when you're listening to the work. You hear the effort being put in it. Somebody's trying to trick on them. Some tricks work, but it works to a certain extent. But the genuine ones flourish. And somebody like me, nothing stops me. I just keep going the extra mile to get my art exposed out there.
Talking about culture, what are your thoughts on LGBTQ?
My thoughts.
Yeah.
Well,
because you were just concerned about how young people should be influenced with certain things. We saw well-established musicians promoting LGBTQ. Is it good for us as a people?
is it good as in, you see, when morals vary. Morals vary from a people to a people, alright? But there are universal morals, cultural universality. You get it? There are some morals, if you come to Ghana, that same error is an error in America. For instance, if you are sitting like this, I just wake up and I slap you. It's not right in Ghana, it's not right in America, it's not right almost everywhere. Okay.
We are ending.
Sure.
But I want you to select between these two group of people or objects. VGMA or the Music Awards.
I've never played on VGMA,
Okay.
but I think 3 Music Awards got me. Why? Because first of all, it wasn't even you filing for nomination. It's like they went on grounds, collected their
Counted
data,
for the people who are doing
found which song is on grounds. I bet you somebody challenged the 3 Music CEO on radio, like virtually wanting my song Lonely to be taken off the categories. I got 3 nominations. and he was saying his artist merits that slot.
Who is this?
I will mention.
Of course, it was on radio,
Look,
and the people must have heard of it
so
already.
those who know,
let the person know you also heard it.
I honestly don't want to use this platform to propagate that agenda.
That's fine.
Because even if I should dare that person, I'm going to. Come on, that has even happened already. Put your artist and me there.
I respect your decision.
And especially on that morning, the
On
noise.
Hits FM?
Yes, the noise was getting too much, and so the CEO just chips in like, look, let's stop talking. Play the 2 songs. Let people call him and let's see. And the people.
Go and look for it.
The voice of the people is the voice of God.
Wow.
Like not even 1 vote. And you know, it was unexpected. And so they couldn't induce those people at home say time we so organically within space of seconds and within a minute papa by the time I'm friend from organic people now and you know so the time more day
I know, right?
You're artist and also boy and boy and artist and a buyer. The tape is there for everybody to see. I beat him any time to bring him on board.
Wow.
I love him.
I'll find out who it is.
I love him. I respect him. He's young. The energy, that I've put in my thing. When people were thinking I should explode, I had the patience to tell myself, this is not even the time to explode. Keep working, keep working, keep working. And we've gotten to some stage. It didn't come on a silver platter. Even if my voice is faded, I'm bush you to also pay 1 month to plan and then hello, put him in come. Yeah, I sing my song like my song. Turn it anyhow I want, flip it anyhow.
Sarkodie Eno Baroni.
Both of them.
No, we are supposed to be choosing one.
I can make a pick. I'd be biased. Maybe I'd go for the male because maybe I'm a male. I might go for the female. Maybe I'm interested in Miss Master Gazi, who used to handle Eno, was my groomsman.
I see.
And so, look, I always tell people you don't listen to one person's music to party. You need different artists, you need different songs put together, and then it brings your mood up. And so if you're selecting among artists like we, your party,
Talk.
Jackie, Talk. I mean, these 2 people are doing different genres. How could I choose?
Yeah, I know you can't choose. I didn't compare them because of genres.
Actually,
but how they catch you with their vibe, their songs and everything.
I think for the 2 of them, Talk catches me with the vibe. But I envy Jackie's promotional strategy.
They are doing so well for you.
Great.
What is it about them?
They are everywhere all of a sudden. If Lonely got that, I'm getting calls from Jamaica.
So does it mean saying Jackie's promotional structure is working? Does it mean yours? You didn't really put in work structurally to promote Lonely?
No, not at all. You see, art, they are coming from different angles. Some songs need time to propagate. Do you know how Amanda Bernard came back to Ghana after staying years in London? Ghanaians started hearing him on BBC before even coming to join Naporex and stuff. Sometimes certain works need time, naturally. Even the period, the moment that you're promoting it, it doesn't even get the response like when it's on its own. When people are picking your song like that, you are making a mark on their heart. And so why bother about somebody who is pushing words to them? They listen it, they're like, okay. And they come back and they settle on yours.
Before we go, I invite Fifi on set to do Lonely with Jali for us. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be rolling in a bit. Jali, then Fifi will be giving us that fusion. But I want to say thank you to you for watching the show. We are grateful for your time. Do well to follow us on our social media platforms at the 1957 News _ and subscribe to our YouTube channel, the 1957 News. So Jali and Fifi, take us away.
Charles, pick up yourself, hello. What's the name going? My friend never dreamed of Although me best people say, hello boo, I want pray money finding out, baby. My friend was happy wouldn't find. Although me best people say, oh yeah, I'm feeling love, baby I am. enjoy tonight. My baby, I'm coming, mama, feeling right. Meaning me, I won't bad, mama, why you nice, mama, why you fine. I'm feeling lonely, me, I'm coming, enjoy tonight. My baby, I'm coming, mama, feeling right. Meaning me, I won't bad, mama, why you nice, mama, why you fine. I'm thinking of you, of you, of you. Yeah, keep thinking of you, of you, of you. Yeah, no, I am a number one many of ya. I'm from me, but I say I come in one. No, but I'm feeling so secure. Don't think I really am. I am a happy one before. Only no matter I feel more sorry. Yeah, put the middle last time you're fighting no. When you want to take some excuse for that, got a long time. Girl, you know I'm busy. Me devil foot try and I'm ready to boo boo boo. Right now, my best and my soul boo boo. Other than tea, I've been talking from you, baby. Only me I'm going enjoy tonight. My baby, I'm coming, my feeling right. Meaning me out there, my mama and nice, my mama and fine. I'm feeling lonely. My baby, I'm coming, my feeling right. Meaning me out there, my mama and nice, my mama and fine.
Yo, so that's way of Uncover for you today. I have my guest Jalid in the studio. This gentleman is doing so well. I'm humbled to have you in the studio today, bro. And thanks for the compliments. Do well to follow Jalid on social media at Jalid_official.
Exactly.
At Jalid_official on all social media platforms. And do well to follow Fifi on Instagram at
Fifi the Chancy.
Okay.